the response, which has been absolutely fantastic across the borough by everyone from all communities, from the people who volunteered to everything, has been really great. And you're a part of that, and it's really good.
Oh, thank you very much. You're making me blush now. You're making me blush.
No, but I do say it, and I really do mean it. This has really been a great effort.
Good. Okay, so let's talk about what the council has been up to, because I know that the council has been extremely busy over the last few weeks, helping to support the community in lots of different ways. Can you just fill us in what you've been up to?
Yeah, well, we played the district council played a critical role, really, in delivering for the people. The government have set us tasks and that, and really with a multi-agency response. So that that means working with everyone, really, from all services, right from the hospitals right the way through to the police and everyone and that. And it really has been a real big multi-agency response. But really, what we've been doing is, as a council, is obviously making sure that we kept the bins being emptied. So so the refuse was being done. I know we had to cancel the brown bin, but obviously they're now starting up again, starting on the 11th of May, when we'll start recollecting the brown bins. So garden waste, we had to sort of make some real decisions there. Also that the grass is now starting to be cut again. So obviously working with our partners of GYBS there, they're really key messages there that we had to take some decisions to start with, because obviously we didn't know how many people were going to be self-isolating, and obviously the main thing was to make sure that the bins and the recycling was emptied, and that was really one of the first decisions. Also, you'll know that we closed all the car parks in the town, or certainly the seafront car parks. Obviously, the town centre car park we kept open, but that was obviously to stop people gathering and obviously keeping the social distance. We are still in lockdown, and I really do urge, and I do think the people of Great Yarmouth have really, across the borough, have really took this really well, and they are really still the key messages: social distancing and really keep safe, and it really, really is important. Because, as you know, as the Prime Minister said, we seem now to have got over the peak, but we're certainly not out of the woods yet, and this is going to really still be the key messages at the moment. We are living in unprecedented times. We've been able to, in most people's lives, I should think, been able to really do what we like. People even say, like in the Second World War, they could still go to the pub. So these really are unprecedented times, and what we've been asked to do. And I think the people and the residents of Great Yarmouth have really done a fantastic job in this.
Absolutely, totally 100% agree. I think it was still one of the weirdest images that I've had in my life, seeing pictures of Great Yarmouth seafront over Easter completely empty. And
yes, and because this is the thing, obviously Easter, the seafront would have been packed, the business would have been busy, and because it was an absolutely fantastic weather-wise weekend as well. I think some of the Easters we've had when it's been absolutely terrible, but obviously lives are, people's lives are important, and the worst thing we would want to see is anyone lose a family member, and that is a real sad, and there's lots of families, unfortunately, who have lost loved ones to this dreadful disease which we've got about. But as a council, obviously, we're working with the communities, we're working with the food banks. The town hall has been turned into a food hub, so we've been supplying people with, we've been supplying the food banks, making sure they've got plenty of food and that. We've redeployed over 100 of our staff. So if you think the car park wardens, they're actually out delivering medicines. We've got environmental health officers packing food boxes. We've got people who sometimes would be working, say, for us as members, sorting our diaries out and our calendars out. Yeah. They've been ringing up the people on the shielded list, so absolutely fantastic. And I can't praise the council staff enough. We've got over 200 staff working from home, but they're supporting the people who they ring up, so the residents, making sure they're okay. Obviously, people with housing needs and things, and also talking to local businesses as well, making sure they could access grants. The business grants, which we've got actually over 70% of those, and delivered over £24 million to local businesses. The grants, that's the £10,000 and the £25,000. There's also been some announcements tonight where there may be some more help for local businesses, so those who maybe couldn't access them grants, but that's stuff that's just been coming through tonight that we've learned, and we will be looking at that to see how we can help those businesses move forward there as well. So it's really been a real great team effort, and I really can't praise the staff at the Borough Council.
No, I think
they've been absolutely fantastic.
I think often councils come under a lot of stick from people, sometimes quite rightly, sometimes wrongly, but I don't think anybody can fault sort of like the effort, like you say, the entire council team has put into helping everybody get through this coronavirus.